Hi guys. So for a long time now, I've had the idea in the back of my mind to leave America permanently, and you might wonder why I would do that. So I decided to put together a video listing my 6 reasons why I'm expatriating. Alright, so let's start with reason number 1. Our egregious foreign policy. The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan were nothing less than an assault on human rights. The whole premise for invading Iraq was a lie. There were no WMDs. There was never any congressional approval to start the war. To date, they estimate that over 1 million Iraqis have died, and not so much as an apology has been given. On top of this, we've destabilized Libya, Egypt, Syria, pretty well the whole Middle East. No doubt Iran will be the next target, and we've caused the mess of things in Ukraine. I think any intelligent, moral human being would have to agree with me that American foreign policy is a monstrous, destructive force in the world. And frankly, I don't want to be associated with a country that completely disregards the sovereignty and the rights of other people. Okay, so reason number 2, domestic tyranny and the police state. We call our nation the land of the free, but that's complete bullshit, and it has been for a long time. The average American has all his or her communications monitored. There is no privacy anymore. If you speak your mind these days, you're in danger of committing hate speech, whatever that is. What's more, the police in America have completely forgotten their role as public servants. Instead, they bully and lord over the citizens. There's a growing number of cases of unarmed civilians getting shot in the back by trigger-happy cops. And I mean, there's just no question, we're living in a semi-police state already, and it's just going to get worse. Okay, so that's reason number 2. Reason number 3, uncontrolled immigration. For some reason, our leaders have forgotten that America is a nation with borders. The flow of immigration into this country has permanently altered the demographics. I mean, until 1970, America was 90% European American. Now we're barely 60%. That transformation is just going to keep on accelerating. And the truth is, it was the European culture that made America what it is, and you know, that's what made us a superpower. And you know, the thing is, if you talk about this tidal wave of immigrants and you speak out against it, you're accused of being some sort of Nazi. I mean, it's really insane. All right, so that brings me to the next reason, number 4, cultural demise. American culture has become really messed up. I mean, the crap that comes out of Hollywood and you know, the stuff we see on TV and movies, it's rotted the country from the inside out. I mean, how is it that TV shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians are able to get millions in viewers? The average American sits in his lazy boy chair every night watching this crap, stuffing his or her face with junk food. Okay, so I mean, there's really 3 aspects of this cultural demise. Let's start with the biggest one, I think, is the obesity epidemic. 74% of Americans are overweight. 35% of them considered clinically obese. You know, people have so little self-respect in this country that they eat themselves to an early grave. If you can't take care of your own body, then I mean, is it any wonder that your country is going down the toilet? You know, it's this kind of complacency and indifference in America that has made me question whether there's anything worth fighting for. And the second aspect of this cultural demise would be feminism. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I'm so sick and tired of hearing about women's problems and how men put them down. It's just not true. Women get affirmative action in universities and in the workplace. Divorce laws in most states completely favor the woman. If there's so much as a hint of sexism in a situation, the woman can sue, usually successfully, for millions of dollars. What's even more messed up is this trend of women falsely accusing men of rape. And of course, the woman's word carries twice the weight. The man is always presumed guilty. It's just a really awful thing that's happening. This is a huge generalization, but I'd say the majority of women in my generation, the millennials, are complete attention whores. Social media has produced millions of narcissistic Kardashian clones who think that the world wants to see them make a bunch of silly faces. I mean, it's, bizarre. And then the last aspect of this cultural demise, I say, is political correctness. There's this stifling PC environment where nobody's actually saying what they're feeling. If you speak openly about some of the issues that I'm raising, you're putting a target on your back. There's a large segment of American society that does not believe in free speech. If they think your comments might hurt somebody's feelings, they will shut you down. They'll slander you, they'll take your job, they'll sue you, they'll probably try to get you arrested. And truthfully, I don't want to live in a country where that's the case. It's just getting a bit too close to Orwell's 1984. Okay, so that's cultural demise covered. That was a long one. Reason number 5, the debt time bomb. Unless you're living under a rock, you know that America has a huge debt problem. We have $18 trillion in national debt now. 18 trillion. Now, it's really amazing to me that our economy has managed to stay afloat considering that, but rest assured, we can't carry that debt forever. And there's going to be a day of reckoning. The thing is, I was just a kid when America decided to spend its way into oblivion. I'm not responsible for it. And if I stay, my generation and future generations will be left with a crushing tax obligation in order to pay down all that debt. So this brings me to the last reason, number 6, taxes. The American people are under the illusion that they live in a business-friendly country, and that's nonsense. Our corporate tax rates are the second highest in the OECD. Now, if you're a big corporation, then yeah, you can exploit the various loopholes and you're not paying hardly any taxes. But if you're a small businessman like me, you're getting taxed up the wazoo. What's more, we're the only country in the world that taxes its citizens on their worldwide income, no matter where they live. So you can be living in China and you're still paying taxes, which is just nuts. What are you paying taxes for? That's a whole another topic. But the bang for the buck that American taxpayers get. Our government offers very little in the way of services. Okay, so I think that's the 6 reasons covered in entirety. But yeah, just to let you guys know, this isn't hot air. I've already taken steps to move abroad, and I'd recommend other young, intelligent Americans to do the same. I know some of you will hate on me and not like it that I'm not staying here to fight and make things better, but I pick my battles, and I know when they're worth fighting, when they're not worth fighting. In this case, I believe the best way to fight the American government, which is financially and morally bankrupt, is to start with them with your tax dollars. In other words, vote with your feet. And really, there's a huge American precedent for this. Our country was founded by people fleeing from tyranny. And Benjamin Franklin, one of our founding fathers, he was quoted as saying, "Where freedom is, there is my country." That's not in America anymore. I mean, it's quite evident. So, I mean, basically, if you've got a decent head on your shoulders, you've got two options. You can stay here and try to make things better, fight the Leviathan, the government and special interest. If you do that, best of luck with it, really. But I think it's been shown to be ineffective. You're going up against a machine. So the other option is to expatriate, like me. Honestly, there's dozens of countries that would love to have a university-educated American join the workforce. There are countries where you can set up a business and pay pretty well zero in taxes. So for me, this choice is a complete slam dunk. I mean, I don't see why my loyalty should be to America when the country is obviously not loyal to us, the people. Or should I say our government is not loyal to us. So, I mean, in a few months' time, I'm planning to be on a beach in Southeast Asia. I hope you guys, or at least some of you, join me. But anyhow, if you like this video, please let me know. I plan to make some more videos on related topics. And peace out, and catch you later.